Number 14, Tefrail the Surveyor. Ever wondered who manages the cosmic clipboard when giant space gods decide to remodel the solar system? Tefrail the Surveyor is that guy, a 2,000 foot tall silent giant who basically acts as the universe's most overqualified land surveyor. While other celestials are busy playing with DNA or blowing up moons, Tefrail is just there to make sure the planetary crust is level and the mountains are where they should be. He uses massive sensory arrays to map out every single rock and valley, providing a detailed blueprint before the real experiments even start. You can imagine him as a very tall architect who never speaks and has enough power cosmic to turn the galaxy into a smoothie. He manipulates matter at a subatomic level, ensuring the structural integrity of the world is solid enough for the biological chaos that follows. Even though he is essentially indestructible and wears armor that could tank a supernova, he sits at the bottom of the list. His job is more about administrative paperwork and observational data than actual reality warping. To me, he represents the baseline level of power needed to even show up to the party. He is the quiet technician of the group who builds the stage, because nothing says cosmic terror like a giant golden god checking if your patio is up to code. Number 13, Oneg the Prober. Deep beneath the earth and the worms, a giant golden eye is looking for something much more valuable than gold. Oneg the Prober is the guy who takes the map from Tefrail and decides to see what's actually inside the planet's core. He doesn't just care about the scenery, he wants the raw materials and the hidden resources buried miles underground. Oneg has all the standard god tier powers like energy manipulation and existing in multiple dimensions at once, but his armor is special. It's uniquely tuned to feel the quantum state of everything he touches, making him basically the ultimate cosmic metal detector. He's also the guy who engineered the X gene on Earth thousands of years ago, so he's pretty legit. I have ranked him higher than the Surveyor because his role is far more intrusive and analytical. He isn't just looking at the surface. He's investigating the very composition of the world to see if it's worth a celestial's time. What makes it even crazier is that he can perceive the potential of a planet's matter before it's even been refined. He represents a move from simple observation to active extraction, which I think's a big step up in the hierarchy. He's the one guy who tells the others if the planet's worth keeping. In other words, he's basically that one friend who won't stop talking about his high-end mineral collection at dinner. Number 12, Zirin the Tester. Imagine a giant being that treats an entire civilization like a group of lab rats in a high-stress maze. Zirin the Tester is the member of the host who watches how sentient life reacts when things start going sideways. While the previous guys were worried about rocks and maps, Zirin is all about the squishy biological stuff and how it evolves. He can create massive illusions and mess with the minds of billions of people at once just to see what happens. During his time on Asgard, he stood there and took hits from the most powerful gods like destroyer-armored Odin without even flinching. He is ranked higher because dealing with the unpredictable nature of evolution is way harder than just digging for coal. He has to evaluate the spirit and resilience of a race, which requires a much more nuanced touch with the power cosmic. On top of that, his tests usually decide the direction a species takes for the next few million years. He is the one who decides if a species has the guts to survive the upcoming cosmic judgment. His presence means the easy part of the planet's history is officially over. So yeah, congratulations on passing the test. Your reward is being allowed to exist for another stressful week. Number 11, Isan the Researcher. If you think your high school science teacher was scary, wait until you meet the giant with the planet-killing staff. Isan the Researcher is the one who takes all the data from the surveyors and testers to see the big picture. He doesn't just look at one moment in time. He looks at the entire evolutionary trajectory of a planet over billions of years. He was even shown in the movies using an infinity stone to wipe out a world, but honestly, he's dangerous enough without it. He serves as the intellectual bridge between the field agents and the guys who make the final legal decisions. What makes him even more formidable is his ability to see the flow of time and predict all the possible futures of a civilization. He's ranked higher than Zirin because his scope is way broader and more influential to the grand design. By researching the ultimate reason why a species exists, he holds the power to change their entire cosmic purpose. He is less of a field scientist and more of a grand philosopher with a very big stick. His analysis is what determines if a planet's a masterpiece or a mistake. Number 10, Gamenon the Gatherer. Sometimes the Celestials need to take their work home with them, and that's where the Cosmic Harvester comes in. Gamenon the Gatherer is the primary field agent who's tasked with collecting biological samples from every corner of the Earth, including this one right here where he gathered man-ape specimens on Earth. He carries a massive gathering staff that could capture and store entire biomes in an instant for later study. He is physically stronger than most of his brethren and can fly across space faster than a beam of light. I'm ranking him above the researcher because he is the muscle that actually gets the job done. While the other guys are sitting around thinking about evolution, Gamenon is out there wrestling monsters and scooping up forests. His role requires a very direct and forceful application of power because most species don't want to be put in a jar. On top of that, he provides the literal building blocks for every single experiment the Celestials conduct. Without him, the scientists would have nothing to look at but dust, which is why I think he is a very vital part of the operation. He is the active hand of a host and a terrifying sight for any world on this list. Just imagine him like he's a professional butterfly collector, except the butterfly is you and the net is the size of Texas. Number 9, Jemiah the Analyzer. Once the specimens are collected, they are handed over to a giant who can calculate the genetic code of billions. Jemiah the Analyzer is the supreme scientist who processes all the data brought in by the field agents like Gamenon. He has a mind that is literally impossible for a human to understand, capable of seeing every flaw in a DNA strand. He determines the chemical and biological makeup of a race to see if they are following the Celestials' master plan. He is ranked higher because his role represents the transition from physical labor to high-level cosmic logic and design. While the Gatherer is just the harvester, Jemiah is the one who finds the hidden meaning in all those samples. He can rewrite genetic codes with a single thought, effectively deciding the physical destiny of an entire world. His power lies in his absolute mastery over the fundamental essence of life itself, which honestly is a scary thought. This mental processing power makes him just as dangerous as any weapon because he can unmake a species from the inside. He is the one who looks at a civilization and decides if it is a genetic dead end. Just think of him as the kind of doctor who doesn't need a thermometer because he can see your atoms vibrating. Number 8, Nazar the Calculator. Numbers don't lie, and when a giant space god starts doing math, I'd advise you should probably start worrying about the results. Nazar the Calculator is the master of mathematics and the projection of pure mental energy within the celestial host. He doesn't just look at DNA, he looks at the probabilities and variabilities of the entire mission to ensure success. He can manifest massive non-physical projections of himself that are so scary they could stop an army in its tracks. He once arrived in the Soviet Union, making them fear for their lives. And when they tried to attack him using a missile, Nazar just created an illusion that the missile actually turned back on them, making them so shocked they got into a coma. Not only that, he can also regrow his limbs faster than you can blink, making him nearly indestructible in battles. Like this one right here, where he showed his regeneration powers after being cut by Destroyer Odin himself. I'm ranking higher than the Analyzer because his powers move beyond biology and into the realm of psychological warfare and strategy. While the other guys understand what a species is made of, Nazar understands how to break them using cosmic equations. What makes it even crazier is how he calculates the best way to elevate or destroy a race through logic. His calculations form the backbone of the celestial military strategy, keeping them several steps ahead of any possible threat. He is the strategist who ensures the host never makes a mistake in their long-term plans. That's how you know not to mess with Nazar, because it's hard to win an argument when your opponent has already calculated every way you're going to lose. Number 7, Ashema the Listener. It's rare to find a celestial who actually cares about what mortals think, but Ashema is the exception to that. She is a unique member of the host who famously took on a human form to understand people on a personal level. She wasn't just there to map things or probe the dirt, she was evaluating the very reality of a pocket universe. Her job was to decide if a whole alternate reality created by a powerful mutant deserved to keep existing. She possesses incredible sensory perception that allows her to hear the heartbeat of a world and judge its spiritual value. I'm having her all the way at number 7 on this list because she operates on a level of reality interaction that most of her brothers don't touch. While the others calculate and analyze, she has the authority to judge a brand new reality from the inside out. Her ability to navigate emotional landscapes while maintaining her cosmic duty shows a very sophisticated level of power. She is the bridge between the divine and the mortal, making her influence over survival much more personal and complex. She's basically the only celestial who wouldn't immediately accidentally step on your house while trying to be nice. Number 6, the progenitor. Some beings are so powerful that even their dead bodies can change the entire history of the planet for billions of years. The progenitor is the ancient celestial who landed on Earth a long time ago while he was very sick and dying. He passed away, his cosmic fluids leaked into the planet's primordial soup and jump-started the evolution of all superheroes. This means every mutant, every Avenger, and every superpowered being on Earth owes their existence to his accidental death. Even now, his massive hollowed-out shell serves as the headquarters of the world's greatest heroes because it still hums with energy. He is ranked higher than Ashema because he is a fundamental pillar of the entire Marvel cosmology and its history. Without his failure, Earth would just be a boring rock without Spider-Man's and Captain America's. He represents the raw creative potential of the Celestials at its most potent and influential stage for our world. On top of that, his corpse is so sturdy that it can house a whole team of gods and geniuses. He's the silent father of every superpowered person you've ever heard of in the comics. At the end of the day, you have to be pretty impressive if your literal leftovers are enough to create a planet full of gods. Number 5, Arshem the Judge. When the leader of the host shows up, you know that the time for talking and testing is finally over. At the base of the top 5, we have Arishem the Judge, who is one of the most feared Celestials because he is the one who makes the final decision. He stands in the center of the group and radiates an aura of absolute authority that makes even other gods tremble. With a simple thumbs up or thumbs down, he decides if a civilization gets to live or gets deleted. I'm having him above the progenitor because he is an active leader with the power to command the race. He's fought some of the strongest sky gods all at once and treated their attacks like they were annoying mosquito bites. Like this one, where he took a hit from Odin's sword and melted it like it's nothing. His rank reflects his position as the ultimate arbiter who dictates the fate of the cosmos according to his will. What makes it even crazier is that he doesn't need a reason to judge. He just does what is necessary. He is the cold, logical face of the celestial mission and the one you never want to see. He's the ultimate version of that one judge who gives everyone a failing grade just for breathing too loud. While Arishem is undoubtedly strong, he's nothing compared to anyone that comes after him on this list. Number 4, Exterminator the Exterminator. If Arishem is the one who signs the death warrant, then this giant's the one who carries out the sentence. Exterminator the Exterminator is a massive entity, standing over 20,000 feet tall, making him 10 times bigger than his peers. He doesn't come to a planet to observe, map, or probe. He comes to make sure that nothing is left. When he arrives, he simply begins the process of purging all life, often by just stepping on the planet's surface like he did here with Earth. He's stronger than Arishem because of his sheer overwhelming scale and his ability to destroy things on a whim. While Arishem has the legal authority, Exterminator is the physical manifestation of the end of the world for everyone involved. He can reform his body nearly instantly if he is somehow damaged, making him an unstoppable force of nature and space. In a fight, he doesn't bother with strategy because he is so big that most attacks don't even reach his knees. He is the final solution for the Celestials and the peak of their physical and destructive capability in the universe. When he shows up, there's no more room for hope or negotiations for anyone. He's the cosmic equivalent of a delete button that is also the size of a very large mountain range. Number 3, one above all. At the top of the chain of command sits a leader who doesn't even need to leave his golden mothership. The one above all is the supreme authority of the celestial race and oversees everything every other host is doing. And by the way, this one is different from the one above all, who is basically the god of Marvel. He's the spiritual and administrative heart of his people, holding the sum of all their power and wisdom together. While he rarely gets his hands dirty in a fight, everyone knows that he could command Arishem and Exterminator. He is ranked higher than the Exterminator because he has the ultimate authority and a level of power that goes beyond destruction. He is the hand that wields the weapons, directing the flow of evolution across multiple galaxies at the same time. He exists at a level of cosmic consciousness where he can maintain the balance of the entire universal design with ease. His rank is a reflection of his status as the absolute pinnacle of the celestial hierarchy and its collective will. What makes it even crazier is that he represents the total power of his race concentrated into one being. He is the final word on all matters of cosmic law and preservation for every living thing. Honestly, it's good to be the boss when your job description mostly involves sitting on a throne and judging everything. Number 2, Tiamat, the Dreaming Celestial. Breaking the rules is usually a bad idea, but for Tiamat, it led him to becoming one of the strongest gods in all of Marvel. Tiamat, the Dreaming Celestial, was exiled and buried under the earth for millions of years because he dared to rebel. During his long sleep, he didn't just wait, he became so powerful that he transcended the limits of his own race. When he finally woke up, even a world eater like Galactus was afraid to mess with him because of his power. He also defeated Arishem with ease, which is pretty wild because, as I said earlier, that Arishem was stronger than most Celestials. He eventually achieved a state of being that let him stand as an equal before the ultimate creator of the universe. He is ranked higher than the leader of the Celestials because he broke out of the collective to become a god. While the others are parts of the machine, Tiamat is a singular force of nature that exists outside of their rules. His ability to change the laws of his own kind and reach a higher plane of existence is truly incredible. He is the rebel who proved that even a Celestial can grow into something much bigger and more terrifying. His journey from an exiled prisoner to a cosmic equal of the Creator, in my opinion, is a story of ultimate power. He's the only guy who spent a few million years grounded and came out of it as a literal god. Number 1, Scythian the Approver. In a multiverse full of beings who can rewrite reality, you need someone who can simply say no and make it true. Scythian the Approver is a Celestial who doesn't care about experiments or maps because he judges the balance of reality itself. He's famous for appearing during a trial where a being had stolen the powers of every single god in existence. Even when faced with Protege, a creature that surpassed the living tribunal, Scythian just gestured his disapproval and stripped the being of his power. I have him at the very top because he operates on a conceptual level that governs the entire Marvel multiverse. While other Celestials are strong, Scythian has the power of the final word, meaning if he doesn't like you, you vanish. He is the ultimate cosmic witness who ensures that no one, not even a god, messes with the way things should be. On top of that, he is the only one who could judge the beings that everyone else is afraid of. His authority is absolute. His power is the ultimate ceiling for everything that exists in any timeline. He is the final judge, the final witness, and the most powerful Celestial ever to be seen. That's it for this one. If you liked the video, hit that like button, subscribe for more, and ring the bell so you never miss a drop. Craving more stories from comics, movies, and beyond? Check out this video right here. Cheers, and see you in the next one.